आज ये इंडस्ट्री 80 लाख करोड़ की है, 30,000 करोड़ का इसमें SIP इनपुट है, सिर्फ 1% लोग इसमें सक्सेसफुल हैं। क्यों?
तो जनरली सक्सेस कोई भी प्रोफेशन में 1-2% ही मिलता है जिसको सक्सेस बोला जाता है, लेकिन आई डोंट डिफाइन सक्सेस इन दैट वे. Business is good, product is also very good, regulation is good, business is good, model is good. Applying everything for a mutual fund distributor, at least for first 1,000 days, is becoming tough. There are so many things required to get successful in this business like all other businesses.
आप वॉरेन बफेट से लेकर के राधा कृष्ण दवानी या रामदेव अग्रवाल, हर कोई बोलते हैं यू डोंट नो माई स्टोरी. मैंने सुना है आप अपना करियर अगरबत्ती बेचने से शुरू किया, फिर इतना बड़ा AUM कैसे?
Success is just a journey. It's never became a destination for me. I never stopped walking towards that ultimate goal of my life. So I was very depressed in that time in my life when I was around 35-36. But entrepreneurship is not the business. I used to ask myself, is it beneficial for my distributors, for my employees? Am I doing an ethical approach to my even employees? ক্লায়েন্টের ভালো হচ্ছে তো.
दोस्तों, वेलकम टू वेल्थ कोच शो, जहां पे आपके इनकम के साथ साथ आपकी आइडेंटिटी भी बनती है. मेरा नाम है महेश झा और मैं हूं ग्रोथ पार्टनर, जहां पे हम आपको लर्निंग के साथ साथ अर्निंग के ग्रोथ पे लेकर के जाते हैं. आज मैं जिस टॉपिक पे बात कर रहा हूं वो टॉपिक आसान नहीं है. आज मैं कंप्लीट ब्लूप्रिंट ऑफ म्यूचुअल फंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशंस, एडवाइजर्स की बात करेंगे, डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स का बात करेंगे, एजेंट्स का बात करेंगे, जहां पे पूरा करियर का बात होगा. ये पॉडकास्ट उन लोगों के लिए खास है जिन्हें अपने इंडस्ट्री में, म्यूचुअल फंड्स इंडस्ट्री में करियर बनाना है, या ऐसे लोग के लिए सुपर स्पेशल है जो इंडस्ट्री में है और स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं. बट कुछ खास लोग हैं जो इन दोनों लेवल्स को क्रॉस कर चुके हैं और उनके AUM काफी बड़ी हो चुकी है और वो स्केल के लिए स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं. ऐसे लोगों के लिए बहुत ही खास और स्पेशल एपिसोड है. इस एपिसोड में हमने एक खास गेस्ट को इनवाइट किया है जो खुद भी स्ट्रगल से सक्सेसफुल और स्केल लेवल तक अपना बिजनेस बनाया, बल्कि उनके साथ आज सैकड़ों डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स उनके उस कम्युनिटी में आकर के अपने बिजनेस को ग्रो कर रहे हैं, स्केल कर रहे हैं और म्यूचुअल फंड्स इंडस्ट्री में अपना आइडेंटिटी बना रहे हैं. लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, वेलकम मिस्टर अरविंदो कुंडू, मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर ऑफ वेल्थ राइट. सर, आपका इस शो में बहुत बहुत स्वागत है.
थैंक यू महेश जी.
पहला सवाल मेरा हमारे गेस्ट के लिए है. आज ये इंडस्ट्री 80 लाख करोड़ की है, 30,000 करोड़ का इसमें SIP इनपुट है, सिर्फ 1% लोग इसमें सक्सेसफुल है. क्यों?
महेश जी, इसको अगर दूसरे तरीके से देखेंगे तो जनरली सक्सेस कोई भी प्रोफेशन में 1-2% को ही मिलता है अगर जिसको सक्सेस बोला जाता है तो, लेकिन आई डोंट डिफाइन सक्सेस इन दैट वे. बट व्हाट आई हैव सीन इन दिस बिजनेस इज गुड, बिजनेस में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. प्रोडक्ट इज ऑल्सो वेरी गुड, रेगुलेशन इज गुड, बिजनेस इज गुड, मॉडल इज गुड. बट व्हाट आई थिंक दैट applying everything for a mutual fund distributor, at least for first 1,000 days, is becoming tough. So that's crossing that thing, building a process, building a system. There are so many things required to get successful in this business, like all other businesses.
Right.
So implementation of that thing is very much important. Understanding, recognizing the thing, and implementation of the same thing in their personal business. There is a gap what I have seen. That's why very few people get success in this business and get that what they would like to go. What I think personally.
Okay, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग सर. आपने बताया कि हर इंडस्ट्री में 1 से 2% लोग ही सक्सेस करते हैं और आपके इस म्यूचुअल फंड्स इंडस्ट्री में भी 1-2 लोग सक्सेसफुल है. उनको काफी अच्छी अंडरस्टैंडिंग है मार्केट की, इंडस्ट्री की, साइकोलॉजी की, और वो उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं और 1000 दिन तक इंडस्ट्री में बने रहते हैं, उसके बाद वो सक्सेस करते हैं. राइट. सर, मेरा दूसरा सवाल है, ये पर्सनल है, हो सकता है आपको थोड़ा सा ईगो पे भी लगे. हाँ सर, इंडस्ट्री, वेल्थ इंडस्ट्री में या कई सारे इंडस्ट्री में एक ट्रूथ है. आप वॉरेन बफेट से लेकर के राधा कृष्ण दवानी या रामदेव अग्रवाल, हर कोई बोलते हैं यू डोंट नो माई स्टोरी. मैंने सुना है आप अपना करियर अगरबत्ती बेचने से शुरू किया, फिर इतना बड़ा AUM कैसे?
First of all, I don't take it personal question. rather than it's very encouraging for me. I am blessed कि मेरा जन्म या इंडस्ट्री में शुरू हुआ, इंडस्ट्री नहीं प्रोफेशन में शुरू हुआ था, अगरबत्ती सेल्समैन डॉक्टर सेल्समैन हुआ करता था. So first of all is that it's not my question that will hurt my ego. Second thing is that after selling that thing, one thing I have learned, one skill someone has to develop uniquely, and that skill and the determination in the effect of the same things persons achieve. So in sales, whether it's in door-to-door sales or anything, I have learned how to sell. I've learned the process of prospecting, suspecting, and implementation, all the process what is required. And that's why, coincidentally, probably I've got to some extent that much of success. What generally people talk to me as success. But for me, success is just a journey. It's never become a destination for me. I never stop walking toward that ultimate goal of my life, to be alive even after my death. And I'm working for that vision, to be alive after my death. It's just not only two lines. I'd like to create a kind of system and process and organization that will still alive even after I go process from this world.
That's very interesting.
So that is much more important for me.
तो सर जब आपने इंडस्ट्री में स्टार्ट किया, अगरबत्ती डोर टू डोर सेल किया, तो ऐसा कौन सा 3 स्किल्स आपने डेवलप किया अपने अंदर, और या मैं उससे ये कंटेक्स्ट लेना चाहता हूँ कि आज कोई भी आदमी सेल्स में अपना करियर को बनाना चाहता है तो कौन सा 3 स्किल्स उसको डेवलप करना चाहिए जो आपकी तरह सक्सेस बना दे उसको?
देखिए, पहले बात है तो मैं चाहता हूँ क्या मेरे तरह नहीं, मेरे से भी अच्छा और भी अच्छा बेहतर सक्सेसफुल आदमी बने. तो ही शायद ये मेरा ये
you are inspirations for many people,
right,
many people now.
At the same time, I want that people get more success.
Correct.
3 skills what I have learned in prospecting, that first of all I have learned no's are more important than yeses.
Okay.
In sales, what happens, especially in this new age area, what I have seen, people are in hunt of yeses. People are in founding of clients and prospects all the time.
Okay.
So what I have learned, no's are very important. Someone should learn how to accept no and rejection.
Okay.
Yeses and success come automatically. Second is that be truthful. Whatever somebody is selling about the product or about the facility, that has to be for truth, because truth is a long-lasting thing. Third is that there is no end in this process. It has to be every single day's work. Like if it is in sales, prospecting, or meeting with the client, it should be in the work. In one line, if I'd like to say that it's not finding people, or rather than finding customers, what makes somebody successful. It's basically informed of the customers.
Oh my God, interesting.
It's not finding someone to be successful. He should be fond of customers so that customers or clients come automatically. That process building should be there.
So कितना important line है कि don't be find, be fond. मतलब कस्टमर्स को आप मत खोजो, कस्टमर आपको खोजे. ऐसे क्वालिटी या ऐसे स्किल्स अगर आपके अंदर डेवलप होता है तो आप मार्केट में छा जाएंगे. राइट. सर मेरा सवाल ये है कि आप अगरबत्ती बेच रहे थे, डोर टू डोर सेल्स कर रहे थे. व्हाट इंस्पायर्ड यू टू कम इनटू द फाइनेंशियल इंडस्ट्री?
It's not an inspiration, rather than say coincidence, I will say.
Okay.
Actually, this is my 9th profession. Before that, I have done so many things, but still, I was in sales. Coincidentally, I was not getting that much level what it should require. So I was very depressed in that time in my life when I was around 35, 36. That's because from the very beginning, from the age of 21, 22, I have started selling.
Okay.
While even I was in education even. But I was not touching that level of success or that level of thing, but it should be there. It's a coincidence. One day I visited my banker and I asked, that time mutual fund is very well new. So by observing my appearance and all, my bankers rejected by query that I wanted to purchase SIP or mutual fund.
Okay.
So that day I thought, I am also searching. That day I thought, why not to come in this industry? Then I recollect my journey that I went to my Guruji home. I really owe a lot. I asked him how to take enter. He's a big shot in mutual fund and financial domain industry. So he taught me that be truthful, pass them, and you also start selling people and solving people's, kind of financial problem. And this product really does have that thing.
Okay.
So in 2005, I went there and coincidentally I have entered in this industry. So I will tell that it was not a choice. Sales was choice for me, but mutual fund and financial industry was not a choice. It was by chance.
Okay.
That much I can tell you.
करेक्ट सो अक्सर होते हैं सर, आपने सही बोला कि अक्सर लोग होते हैं कि बाय डिफॉल्ट एक प्रोफेशंस होता है जो मैंने चूज कर लिया, बाय डिफॉल्ट आ गया, और एक बाय डिजाइन होता है जिसमें आप कॉन्शियसली डिसीजन लेते हैं. तो आप भी ये बोल रहे हैं कि आपका बाय डिफॉल्ट डिसीजन था कि आप इस इंडस्ट्री में आ गए.
हाँ, बाय डिफॉल्ट था, बाय डेस्टिनी कॉल था.
मे बी डेस्टिनी भी कॉल हो सकता है. राइट सर, हमने तो ये इंडस्ट्री में आते हुए आपको ये 3 इंपॉर्टेंट लेसन्स कौन सा था जो आपको लगा कि ये बहुत क्रिटिकल है, और 3 लर्निंग क्या था जो आपके जैसे लोग इस इंडस्ट्री में आने वाले हैं उनको आप क्या मैसेज देंगे? 3 लर्निंग्स और 3 लेसन्स.
पहला बात है लर्निंग्स. I will again go back. When I came into this industry as an individual distributor, I thought, probably hard working is the only way to get success.
Okay.
So during the whole day, I was busy, meeting clients, fulfilling forms, submission of that form to different offices, serving my clients and query and all that thing. But actually, hard working is not the only thing to get ultimately, satisfy your client or satisfy their desiredness of the same thing, being a successful businessman. Second thing, identification. What I have found in this problem, it's a great gray area. I mean, mutual fund distributor or the financial planner or the advisor should work on that thing. Even when I meet the community, I feel that even after working 20 years, 30 years, people are confused in their identification. What exactly it does.
Correct.
Like if you go for any advisor, generally you get a visiting card. There are so many things written over there.
Absolutely, sir.
So many titles.
बिल्कुल.
But mutual fund made it easy for us. This mutual fund distributor. So when someone creates the identity very fast, this is one of the problems that people are not, aligning to create that identity. Or rather than the identity of what organization or the regulator gives us.
Right.
Whether it's an insurance advisor, whether it's a mutual fund distributor, identity, it matters a lot. It's first, and rather than second part is that identity creation.
Okay.
The first, the persons of the businessman creates that identity. The rest of the life, that identity creates that person or the business.
Okay.
So for every businessman, identity creation is very required. Third thing is that what I have learned rather than the difference between a business or an entrepreneurship. Now, how to define between a difference between an entrepreneur and a businessman? Now, entrepreneur does, like I was in the very beginning, does all the thing in the organization. It's a solomanship thing.
Correct.
It's basically from hiring to firing, from sales to audit, from taxation, from prospecting, everything that person is there.
Right.
So if that person is not there, that is a trap. Now, coincidentally, most of the entrepreneurs used to title themselves as a businessman. But one of the learning session I have gone through is some of the seminar, the definition between a businessman and an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is very truly it's required for India and for all the community eventually. But entrepreneurship is not the business. If somebody wants to scale up, then they have to build a system, proper system to take care of every department. And first, that gentleman or the entrepreneur should, absorb this thing in their mind that entrepreneurship is basically solomanship show, rather than from soloman to process-driven is basically a business succession or businessman thing. So these 3 things I have learned. Number 1. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, number 1, sir.
Number 1 thing is that, Basically, rather than 3 parts is the business identification
Okay.
of identifying themselves,
Okay.
whether they are entrepreneurship skill or a businessmanship journey, and they have to understand that thing. Number two is that rejections will come, and that is blessed. The more rejection somebody gets, the more successful that person will be. Number three is that ultimately, be always truthful and capability of learning and to proceed. And it's a journey basically. These are the three things what I have learned.
Okay, very interesting, sir. So आपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूशंस का बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया, फाइनेंशियल इंस्पायर किया, फिर आपने उसको एक कंपनी का फॉर्म दिया, राइट? और उसका नाम है सॉफोलियो, राइट? सो सॉफोलियो का जर्नी आपका चल रहा था, अच्छा। फिर सॉफोलियो से हमने सुना फिर आप ट्रांजिशंस किया एक नया कंपनी जिसका नाम है वेल्थ, राइट? सो व्हाट डज दिस ट्रांजिशन मीन एक्चुअली?
No, actually, I was working as a solo entrepreneur, as a solo salesman. So I was a bit familiar with my family and my community also. But when I approached people to join as a mutual fund distributor, I found this kind of problem. That people are working hard and they are thinking that, ultimately working hard is a solution for scalable and to get success. So Safollo basically was born with a preparation to be a truthful organization. Whatever we are delivering should be truthful. And we are communicating to our distributors, basically whom we used to call as a website coach.
Correct.
Basically, it's a platform where they can stand by, they can feel that sense of growth. Now, it's not a company change. It's basically the name I have changed from Safollo to Wealth,
right?
The moment this transformation is happening from transaction based, basically Safollo was a platform which was transaction based on truth. But when I've understood, there is a question of giving that scalability to my distributors to give that next level of success and to give a foundation of success. Then I evolved all these process what I have told you that thing that process building is very important. Now in wealth side, philosophy is the same. That was the philosophy. What was the basis of Safollo? The philosophy is that basically in Bengali it's called cliente bhalo hocche to. The basis of cliente bhalo hocche to, wealth side got renamed, where the philosophy remains same. Service quality, empathy and attitude remains same. But I have tried to give much more, concentration on process building in last 1.5 years. What I have done now, from Safollo, it was a solo entrepreneurship driven business, mainly led by myself. People used to know it's Arabinda Kundu's business. But if you go to the market right now, wealth tech is not Arabinda Kundu's business.
Okay.
Every department we have created, like HR, is taking that route of same thing, accounts, hiring, training, relationship manager. Every department you will find now it's an organization centric different organization is there with the same philosophy. That philosophy is to remain as a compass in your industry.
Okay.
Every department needs to test on their KPI, on their role and on the delivery, whether it's being the same philosophy remains over there or not. Clientele bhalo hocche to. Are we doing something good for our client? So that's why right now it's evolved from transaction to transformation. And based on this thing, I think next level we are going to launch ourselves in pan-India level. In Safollo, we are only 2 branches with 250 distributors in last 1.5 years. It is more than 450 or 430 distributors right now, with having 6 operational branches in Bengal. So right now, I think the launch pad has been created, and we are in the domain to take off.
Okay.
And with more bigger aspects of helping more clients with the same philosophy what I have told you, and that will be our winning edge to be in next level. And by 2030, I believe that we will come up with our IPO.
Oh, congratulations in advance for such an IPO dream. So base things are being a ग्रोथ कोच हमने देखा है कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस स्टेज बाय स्टेज ग्रो करता है। जब हम लोग एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का ट्रेनिंग करते हैं तो उसमें बताते हैं कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन 5 स्टेप्स में और स्टेज में ग्रो करता है। नंबर 1 इज पर्सन ड्रिवन। जैसे आपका ऑर्गेनाइजेशन था, जब आपको कुछ ट्रिगर किया एंड यू केम इनटू द इंडस्ट्री, फाइनेंशियल इंडस्ट्री, तो पर्सन ड्रिवन था। आप अकेला, आपने बताया भी कि आप चीफ ऑपरेशन से लेकर के चीफ ऑफ योर कंपनी था, आप प्यून से लेकर के प्रेसिडेंट थे अपने कंपनी में, राइट?
एकदम।
और वहां पे सारा काम आप करते थे, एप्लीकेशन उठाना, जमा करना, सब कुछ। तो हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, ये पर्सनल ड्रिवन कंपनी है। और पर्सनल ड्रिवन कंपनी में बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस होते हैं, जो आपने देखा होगा, आपने बोला भाई रिजेक्शंस बहुत आता है, ये सारा कुछ आता है। फिर पर्सनल ड्रिवन से ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जब थोड़ा सा बड़ा होता है तो आपका सफोलियो आया, राइट? जहाँ पे आपने पीपल को लेकर के आया कि भाई मेरा ये अकाउंट्स डिपार्टमेंट है, ये सेल्स डिपार्टमेंट है। तो आप पर्सनल ड्रिवन से पीपल ड्रिवन में ऑर्गेनाइजेशन चला जाता है, जहाँ पे कलेक्टिव एफर्ट के साथ में पीपल, अलग अलग लोग अपने अपने डिपार्टमेंट को समझते हैं, अपने अपने रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी को समझते हैं और फिर उसको काम करता है। थर्ड आता है कि पीपल भी है और लोग भी है, मतलब पर्सन से पीपल में आ गया बट प्रोसेस मिसिंग है। और प्रोसेस क्या करता है, आपकी चीजों को स्पीड, सिस्टम इज व्हाट, सिस्टम इज स्ट्रेटेजी एंड प्रोसेस इज व्हाट, टू वर्क स्टेप बाय स्टेप विद इन दैट स्ट्रेटेजी, राइट? तो सिस्टम एंड प्रोसेस के स्टेज में चला जाता है, जो कि तीसरा स्टेज होता है। चौथा स्टेज होता है कि इन चीजों को चलाने में बहुत सारे गैप आते हैं और वो आपके पास में डेटा के रूप में आता है। फिर आप डेटा सेंट्रिक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बन जाते हैं। और फिर जब डेटा सेंट्रिक डिसीजन होने लगता है तो आप एक कल्चर ड्रिवन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बन जाते हैं, राइट? जहां पे फिफ्थ स्टेज है, राइट? आज हम बात करें टाटा ग्रुप का, तो टाटा एक ट्रस्ट वर्दी कंपनी है, उनके कल्चर है, उनके इथॉस में लिखा हुआ है कि हम ऑनेस्टी से काम करेंगे, हमारा इंटीग्रिटी से काम करेंगे, और फिर वो इस तरह से करते हैं। सो आपने भी बताया कि मैं पर्सनल ड्रिवन स्टार्ट किया, वहां से सफोलियो पीपल ड्रिवन आया, और आज वेल्थ राइट प्रोसेस ड्रिवन, फिर डेटा ड्रिवन बनेगा, फिर कल्चर ड्रिवन बनेगा। इज इट द वे? और हर आदमी इसी रो में निकलता होगा, हर आदमी का जर्नी ऐसे ही होता होगा, राइट? सो आप इस तरह से ही इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को ग्रो कर रहे हैं, और आपके साथ जो कम्युनिटी आ रहे हैं, आप उनको भी इसी डायरेक्शन में ग्रो करवाते हैं।
एकदम।
बिल्कुल। सर रतन टाटा जी का एक बड़ा अच्छा कोट है कि इफ यू वांट टू डू बिजनेस विद मी, डू इट एथिकली। द वर्ड इज वेरी पावरफुल। डू इट एथिकली और डोंट डू एट ऑल। सिमिलरली मैंने सुना है आपका भी ऐसा कुछ नॉन नेगोशिएबल है कि क्लाइंटेर वालों होच्छे की।
हाँ, एग्जैक्टली।
सो व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय क्लाइंटेर वालों होच्छे की? So is it your daily, it is the daily purpose of your getting out of the bed? हर सुबह उठने का कारण आपका ये है कि क्लाइंटेर वालों होच्छे की?
Yeah, Mahesh, I think you are very much, to the point. Exactly, that's the mission. I mean, right now, client, what do we mean by client?
Client means entire ecosystem.
So, we think, our stakeholder should be in win-win situation.
Correct.
First client is our investors. The campus has been put in our ecosystem called follow-up, learning management system, everything. Where every single day it is being asked to the oil coaches, or it is being mandated for our BDMs or the entire sales force. Go with this word or close the sale with this word. Are we selling the right product to our client? Does it matches with the risk appetite of the client? Is it everything have we fairly disclosed to our client, whether it's a product risk, whether anything, whether it's being with the product? We are trying to help our ultimately investors. Again, it is not only second, even after sales, in our learning management system, what I have understood, there are two parts in learnings. One is information, another is implementation.
Correct.
Now, information in today's era has been commoditized. It's readily available in everywhere.
Correct.
But implementation of that information is not readily available. Now, client, after invested, probably doesn't know how to handle his portfolio.
Correct.
They generally tend to do so many mistakes. Now, entire our sales force, even after selling, it's not the new sale we are focusing. We are focusing towards the success of that investment goal. So for every single sales, generally we try to tag up with the investment board. We generally used to motivate our investors through our sales board to be with the goal and to be with different phases of the market, as because some of the product in mutual fund are volatile in nature, that this is the way to get success. This is where we are trying to reach our investor satisfaction with the philosophy of client value.
Okay.
This is first win. Second is that our sales force and our employee. My question, whenever I used to put a process or a decision in the system, I used to ask myself, is it beneficial for my distributors, for my employees? Am I doing an ethical approach to my even employees? Are the KPI has been built in such a way that it's really achievable with that objective of client success? That is being processed and practiced in our system. This is second W. Third W is that second win. Third win is that whatever we are doing, it should be organization friendly also. Organization also should grow. It's not a charity we are doing. It's basically business with that CW we are going to try. So is it organization friendly? So that's why we have done a POS system. You must be knowing the POS implementation philosophy. It's a kind of revenue mechanism system. Whether you will find three things is being implemented. Three win. First win is for client. Second win is for my distributors and my employees. Third win is definitely for myself and for company. So these three factors, 3W or three win factors, we generally used to get up with this philosophy of client value. And this compass from my very beginning of my career, I don't want to compromise. This is the only one USP that we used to implement, and probably will go with that philosophy.
So non-negotiable is client value, right?